Monroe County Probation Department, promoting a safer community by intervening in the lives of offenders, holding them accountable, and serving as a catalyst for positive change. Monroe County's Community Corrections Program was among the first in the state of Indiana. With the provision of a grant in 1983, the program began with 4 small components and a set of noble goals: to enhance public safety through supervision of offenders, to facilitate offender reintegration into the community while fostering offender rehabilitation, to alleviate jail overcrowding with alternative punishments, and to increase offender accountability. Community corrections programs throughout the country are best known for providing alternatives to incarceration that save government thousands of dollars per offender. More importantly, though, corrections programs offer offenders an opportunity to learn and grow from past mistakes under direct court supervision in a supportive community atmosphere. Through corrections programs, offenders are taught essential life skills for application in the workplace or at home. When offenders are referred to corrections, each receives a personalized assessment to evaluate their individual needs. The assessment includes issues such as education, employment, financial, substance use, mental health, physical health, and family. Staff members use the assessment to design individual programming requirements for each offender. Offender incarceration is quite expensive. To place an offender in jail, approximately $58 is spent per day for each offender. This amounts to more than $21,000 every year. In contrast, the cost savings offered by corrections programs are tremendous. Corrections programs cost only $16 per day for each offender. These figures show corrections programs can decrease the average cost of rehabilitation per offender each day by $42. Over the course of a year, that's a savings of $15,000, which demonstrates the financial sense that supports quality corrections programming. The success of community corrections and probation programs relies heavily on the public's perception of crime. Does your own perception identify crime most closely with theft? What about domestic disturbances? Possibly the more serious violent and sexual crimes? Maybe you only notice crime in other communities. Maybe you don't think about crime unless you hear this. Or this. Do you really think crime always works in the same way presented on Law & Order and CSI? Unfortunately, crime involves all these elements and more. We must acknowledge crime does indeed exist here in our community. Here are some recent examples from the Herald Times. Robbery, drug dealing, public intoxications, child neglect, weapons smuggling, armed robbery, police chases, sexual battery and molestation. And that's just a 1-month period. Clearly the crimes that occur here in Monroe County are diverse, but far too common. This is not true just for Monroe County. Other similar communities in the United States are witness to the same crime patterns. During the past 25 years, the total correctional population in the United States increased from 1.8 million to 7 million. That's a 388% increase. Even when the effects of total population growth are removed, per capita correctional supervision rates have increased from 1,100 in 1980 to 3,150 in 2005. During this period, increasing demands have been placed on probation departments throughout the country that now serve more than 4 million offenders in the population. In Monroe County, the effects of these national trends is present as the community increasingly relies on community corrections services. Due to the success and faith in community corrections, Monroe County judges have taken great strides to place offenders in community corrections programs, only sending offenders to the Department of Correction as a last resort. Monroe County has one of the lowest incarceration rates in Indiana, ranking 67th in the state, significantly lower than the total state incarceration rate of 52.09 per 10,000 residents. As the county jail continues to face overcrowding, community corrections provides a safe, alternative sentence that allows offenders to be productive within the community. Without the option of community corrections, the situation of jail overcrowding would be virtually insurmountable. The low incarceration rate in Monroe County is largely accounted for by increased supervision of felony offenders who in the past would have been committed to the Department of Correction. Again, this is a result of the success of community corrections programs.